This dog wouldn't look at anyone. The second you got close, she'd turn away like the world had already hurt her enough. But with Sarah and Mike, something shifted. For the first time in what felt like forever, she didn't want to run. She just wanted to stay. It started on a Tuesday afternoon at the local shelter. Sarah and Mike weren't planning to adopt that day. They were just looking. But the moment they walked past her cage, time stopped. There she was, pressed against the back wall, trembling. Not barking, not moving, just existing in her own silent world of fear. The shelter smelled like disinfectant and broken dreams. A worker noticed them frozen at the cage and walked over quietly. "That's Luna," she said, her voice barely above a whisper. "She's been here 3 months. Nobody wants her because she won't engage. And honestly," she paused, choosing her words carefully, "we're running out of time." Sarah felt her stomach drop. Those last words meant one thing: euthanasia. The word hung in the air between them like a death sentence. Mike's hand found hers and squeezed tight. They looked at each other, and without saying a word, they both knew they couldn't leave her there. They wouldn't.
And if you're watching this and you haven't subscribed yet, I really hope you do. Stories like Luna's need to be heard, and every person who joins this community helps us share more rescues that deserve a second chance. It would mean everything. The paperwork took 20 minutes, but felt like 20 years. Every signature felt heavier than the last. The drive home was silent, thick with tension. Luna sat in the back seat, stiff as stone, eyes fixed on nothing. Her breathing was shallow, rapid. When they carried her inside, she wouldn't move from the corner. She just stood there, watching them like she was waiting for the other shoe to drop, waiting for the moment they'd hurt her too. Sarah sat on the floor across from her, not moving, barely breathing. She wanted to reach out, but knew better. Mike brought water in a bowl and set it down before backing away slowly, deliberately. Luna's eyes tracked every motion, every breath. That first night, nobody slept. Sarah watched Luna from the couch, and Luna watched Sarah right back. Two souls, both wondering if trust was even possible anymore, both afraid to hope. By the third day, something small shifted. Luna took a few steps forward, not much, just enough to sniff Sarah's outstretched hand. Her nose was cold, her breath quick and shallow, but she didn't pull away. Mike knelt beside them, moving in slow motion, and whispered, "Hey girl, you're safe now." And maybe, just maybe, Luna started to believe it. But what happened next would change everything. A week passed and the changes became undeniable. She no longer hid when they entered rooms. She started following them everywhere. Not close, but within sight, like she needed constant confirmation they were still there, that they weren't leaving. When Sarah sat on the couch, Luna would come and rest near her feet, not touching, just close. It was her way of saying she was trying, of saying she wanted to trust again, even though trust had betrayed her before. Then one morning, everything broke wide open. Sarah woke to find Luna beside the bed, head resting on her paws, staring up at her with different eyes. The fear had softened. Something new lived there now. Hope. Raw, fragile, beautiful hope. Sarah reached down slowly and ran her fingers through Luna's rough, neglected fur. And for the first time, Luna leaned into the touch. She didn't flinch, didn't pull away. She stayed. She chose to stay. Mike walked in and saw them together, tears filling his eyes instantly. "She's really ours now, isn't she?" His voice cracked on the last word. Sarah nodded, unable to speak past a lump in her throat. In that moment, they weren't just a family. They were a promise kept. But outside the house, everything fell apart again. The moment they tried taking Luna for a walk, the anxiety came roaring back with a vengeance. She'd freeze at the door, eyes wide with pure panic, her whole body going rigid. When they finally coaxed her outside with soft voices and gentle hands, she'd take 3 steps and collapse, shaking violently like she was coming apart. Sarah's heart broke watching her. Then she noticed it, Luna's back legs trembling with every movement, the way she held her weight awkwardly, favoring her front. Something was very, very wrong. The vet appointment revealed what they'd feared but hoped wasn't true. Severe hip dysplasia. Advanced. Painful. Luna had been living in constant, grinding pain for who knows how long. Every step was agony, every movement a reminder of how much her body had failed her. The vet explained it likely started when she was young and was never treated, never cared for. No wonder she shut down, the vet said softly, her own eyes misting. The world was too painful to face. She didn't give up on life, life gave up on her. They left with medication, rehabilitation instructions, and a new understanding. This wasn't just trauma, this wasn't just fear, this was survival. Luna had survived despite everything telling her not to. Over the next few months, Luna transformed into someone completely unrecognizable. The medication helped manage the pain, but it was more than that, so much more. She knew she was safe now. She knew she was loved. She started playing with toys, something Sarah and Mike never thought they'd witness. She'd carry a stuffed bunny around the house, her tail wagging in that slow, cautious way that made them want to cry with joy every single time. Outside, she didn't freeze anymore. She walked beside them with growing confidence, stopping to sniff grass, to watch birds, to feel the sun warm on her face. People noticed her constantly now. "What a beautiful dog," they'd say, smiling. "She looks so peaceful." And Sarah would smile back because she knew the truth Luna had learned through pain and patience. Peace wasn't something you found lying around. It was something someone gave you, and once you had it, you held on tight. They started calling her their gentle warrior, not because of her size, but because of how she moved through life now. Soft and careful, like someone who'd learned that real strength didn't mean being fearless. It meant choosing to trust anyway, choosing to love anyway. At night, Luna slept pressed against their bed, sometimes resting her head on Sarah's hand, her breathing deep and steady. Her way of saying thank you. Her way of saying, I'm not going anywhere. Not anymore. Looking back, Sarah and Mike often wonder what would have happened if they'd walked past that cage.